during our migration, we had to start with donation forms. So we went into Giving Tuesday on EN donation forms and then migrated our email in January. So we used that time. And this is one of the things I love about EN because the native templates are super great, but it's also really easy to build and customize almost anything you'd like in email. And they do it with these components. So you kind of look through your email templates and you build out these different components, and then all those components get added together to make your email. And one of the things that I mentioned a little bit earlier that we were really excited about was in the supporter record invoice component. You'll see the renewal gift there. Like in our previous system, we couldn't include offline donations and online. So like if someone gave $50 online, but $250 in their renewal offline, we weren't able to reflect that. So just those were little things that we were able to tweak immediately. Like that was an easy thing to upgrade right away. So then if you go to the next slide, the exercise we went through was on the left. We built out and just kind of broke the email template into different components. And then you build those components and add them all up in different ways to the two emails over there. And it's super simple and easy to use. So yeah, that's just a little dive into email. Julie, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I was going to say that's one of the really cool wins in EN is that you have reusable components for email. A lot of systems have reusable web components, but then you have to rebuild it every time you want to do something in the email, or you have, 15 different templates that have them or don't have them, and you always have to remember which template to use. In this, you can literally reuse these components across the different emails you're building, and I love that.
It's very cool. It makes it very convenient and easy to use as the non-expert user.
Exactly. You don't have to know HTML in depth to do anything here.
They look really, really nice. I'm loving where you're already at right now. And like you were saying, there's more to come in the quarters ahead, but I think you're off to a great start for sure. Let us also take a look at your donation pages. We've got a couple on the side here that I'm going to pull up. If I were, for example, to demo this in a call with a prospective client, these are some of the things that I might call out, but then I'd love to hear from Sarah and Julie to kind of get the insider's take here. Really fully featured form that can do both one-time and monthly gifts with different ask arrays based on the gift type. You have enabled the option for a supporter to cover transaction fees, which in EN is pretty neat. You can actually set for, it can be a set percentage, it can be a set amount. You can do it in different ways. Tribute giving, and in some groups, some organizations, tribute giving, I was on a call today where it's 25% of their gifts are tributes. So very big part of it. And in this case, it creates, it's a conditionalized set of fields. So if I want to come to the site and make a tribute gift, I'm getting that experience. But if I'm not making a tribute gift, it's not extra fields and extra friction for me to get through the rest of this data capture piece, which is great. It offers the organization a chance to create some different opt-ins for things like email and SMS and interests. And then offering different payment methods. Really, really huge. The more payment methods that you offer a supporter, the higher the conversion rate of the total form. Love the little capture at the bottom. Unfortunately, a lot of nonprofit groups sometimes get card attacks, and we don't want that to happen. So can we keep it all safe? There was one thing I think I skipped over, which is right here. You've got a double the donation, little integration built right into the form. So, I work for Engaging Networks. Engaging Networks is part of double the donation. If I made a gift to JGI, Engaging Networks could match that with a little bit of a workflow that gets set up by the form. What else should we know, Sarah and Julie,
Oh,
about this form?
yeah, I was going to say two additional features. One, obviously, if you're on mobile, you get some digital wallet payment options, but
Yes.
also towards the top, you mentioned tribute and the recurring gift. What's cool about engaging networks without a lot of JavaScript, you can actually enable a click through from a link in an email or on your website so that it activates monthly instead of one time by default. It can activate the tribute checkbox by default. So when somebody lands on the page that they already know they want to make a gift in memory of someone, they don't have to go through the process of checking it. It can already be checked for you. So that's neat to have those options maybe on an how you can support us page. And then as they click through, you don't have to have three different pages. You can actually have the page adjust based on the click through.
Yeah. Yeah, and that can even be extended for in things like email, what we call next suggested gift, where if you email me as someone who's already in the Engaging Networks database of your organization, and you know that my last gift was $100, let's just say you're going to ask me for maybe 100, 125, 175. You're not going to ask me for
Right.
$30,
Yeah.
50, $80 because I'm probably down to give a little more than that. So don't miss out on that opportunity. Sarah, what else should we know about this forum?
Yeah, I mean, this is our first go in engaging networks. I really love the image forward design. Our previous page was more copy heavy and it was still the long scroll form. So we kept that for just the first phase, but really being able to elevate the imagery and the branding of JGI. And we have on our roadmap for February to test the multi-step form. So
Hmm.
we're working in that direction. But yeah, we really love it. It's beautiful.
It
It
is
is.
really beautiful. Yeah, great first impression. If I'm making my first gift or my 50th gift, um, you want it to be an experience that really reflects the brand. And you built this sort of monthly, pure monthly giving, and you can build all of these different kinds of campaign type pages that are really rooted on a theme. And to your point, they don't all have to be a long form. They can be multi-step. You can test, hey, does my audience prefer multi-step versus the long form? You definitely, to Julie's point, want the table stakes of good mobile responsiveness because lots and lots of people are giving on their phones very easily. Just for me, it's like two clicks on the right side of my phone and boom,
Yeah.
Apple Pay has given the money.
Mhm.
But yes, anything that you want to add about this, because I think that this is a good example of taking your base of the big general form and now you're editing it and you can repurpose stuff you've
Yes.
already built.
Yes, and I think this is also a good example of how we can use EN to solve for things like this in one page, to Julie's point. And that's the learning curve that we will work through as we kind of really get deep into the EN ecosystem of what are those tips and tricks that do help you to be super efficient with forms.